Good afternoon. My name is Chris Kasarjian. I'm an M&A advisor, and it's a privilege to be able to present this part of our program, which is about building value when you are about to sell your business, and what is the actual process of selling your company through an M&A process. So let me tell you a little bit about myself briefly. I'm a seasoned executive with 30 years of experience in business. I have been running my own businesses in the past, several companies with several employees in them, and small businesses are really something that we love and enjoy working with, and be able to help and assist business owners exiting their business and have the right approach and the right strategies is very fundamental, because it is a very difficult process, a long, sometimes process, complicated process with many different actors and pieces that are involved into that process. So M&A sounds like a very complicated and scary word, which means mergers and acquisition. However, it is a very specific process that is being used by advisors that have usually experience in doing transactions anywhere in between 50 to 100 million. And why do we want to apply this process to smaller transactions? Simply because we believe that we need to be able to be very efficient and have, very strong objectives and results to be achieved. Therefore, using such a process is fundamental to be able to have success in our endeavors. In the part of that is important with M&A advisors is before starting the process of the sale is to be able to start to build value for your business, so you have the best possible marketing approach and best value in front of the buyers. What building the value is many different factors that we're going to go in details. But not just building the value, but also preserving the value of your business is also critical, as Keith will explain to us a little bit later. Preserving the value with many different techniques is also fundamental. Let me give you a quick example of what preserving value means. As a personal experience, I have had the misfortune to experience at the age of 32 the loss of my father, who also was the president of all the different companies that him and I were running at the same time. And unfortunately, I believe that he was not aware of succession planning and exit planning, and had not taken the right steps on how to preserve all the different businesses that him and I had been building over the years. And therefore, I was facing a very difficult situation at the time of his death, where there was no plan in place, no safety nets, no life insurance policies being put aside. So this is just an example of what preserving value means, aside from building value for your business. And we want to stress how important it is to undertake that process early enough, so you can look at all the different possibilities and options that are offered to you. So building value into your business with an M&A advisor means that you are going to look at many different things on a strategic level on your business. And you have to, again, undertake this process some years in advance, so you can really foresee what will be the best objectives and goals you want to be able to achieve. For instance, you want to have your business in order in terms of your accounting, in terms of your IT system, your management team, and so forth. For instance, a banker will be very keen at the time of a purchase with a buyer to review financial statements that are reviewed engagements as opposed to notice to reader. So you have to be able to prepare yourself to have the proper documents in place. Also, you want to be able to look at your sales, your revenues. How is your business growing? Do you have comfortable profit margins or gross margins? Buyers will be looking at those details. They are very, very important to them, since they are equivalent to cash flow and therefore return on investment. You want to be able to be in a position where you are the leader, but at the same time, you can exit your business and where you can leave your business and the business will be able to run by itself without your supervision. This has a lot of value for a buyer. A buyer is not necessarily interested in purchasing a business where he will have to run it himself, but on the contrary, be able to see that the business can sustain itself on its own. So there are many different factors that you need to look at when building value in your business to be able to have the proper package to be introduced to the market. And this value will determine, obviously, the price of your business in the eyes of a buyer. Considering the value on where you want to be able to reach based on your personal financial objectives, you obviously have to do a business valuation early in the process. This will involve a certified business valuator who will be looking at many different financial variables, such as your historical data, but also perhaps at your future cash flow projections. We almost want to say we are looking into the history and also into the mystery. And that is a step that is very important, knowing the valuation of your business at the right time, at the beginning of the process, to be able to determine how far you need to be able to move in that process. So let me tell you about the M&A process before I go into the different types of purchasers that would be interested into your business. The M&A process is a very well-defined process where once you have built the value of your business with your M&A advisor, the M&A advisor will then take the information, create what we call a teaser to be able to market your business in the outside world. We'll also create a confidential information memorandum to provide potential buyers the exact information that they are looking for in terms of what is the business, the products, the services, the management team, and some highlights on your financials. Once you have been able to attract sufficient buyers and be able to create some momentum and some interest into your business, will come the step of the letter of intent. The letter of intent can be a complex document and usually a very important document where you have a binding and non-binding part into it, which will define the future of your relationship with the potential purchaser of your company. That is being handled and negotiated by your M&A advisor. Once the letter of intent is accepted by both parties, then comes the last step, which is the due diligence, which is simply a review of all the information that you have in your company by the potential purchaser to confirm that the data that was presented earlier is indeed accurate. And the final step is the purchase agreement, which will be developed by the legal team and the rest of the advisors to complete the deal and to complete the transaction where the transfer of cash and shares happen at that time. There are different types of purchasers that will be interested into your business. There will be outside purchasers or third-party purchasers. And usually the most interesting types of purchasers will be strategic buyers. Strategic buyers usually come from within your industry. They are either on the supply side or maybe on the customer side or maybe your competition, and they will find strategic interest in purchasing your business because obviously they will be able to gain market share. They will be able to achieve economies of scale by reducing their costs, and that represents a very big advantage to them, where they will be willing to pay a premium for your business because of all those synergies they can achieve. Your M&A advisor will advise you on how to be able to approach those strategic purchasers, and usually a good M&A advisor will have good contacts within industries to be able to talk to the right purchaser. The other types of purchasers for your business are obviously insiders, and by insiders we mean key employees, family members, These individuals have to be handled obviously with lots of care. They are close people, they have a very deep knowledge, hopefully, of your business and will be able to take the legacy that you have built over the years. However, it is important to remember that an insider purchaser should be treated equally as a third-party purchaser or as a strategic buyer. In the end, what you want is to be able to receive the amount of cash that you are hoping at the time of the transaction and reduce your financial risk. So an insider who can be, again, a key employee or a family member should be treated the same way as a third-party purchaser, meaning that you need to confirm and reassure yourself that they have the capacity to purchase your business, they have the capacity to pay back whatever loan you will be giving them and financial arrangements you have with them. But they are extremely important individuals because they are knowledgeable about your company and they can have a very deep impact into the future of the business.